Coming up on News Live at 6, the latest on the SU anti-Semitic hate crime attack last week. What happened in court this morning?
Plus, the Food Bank of Central New York's new program helping food access in rural areas, how it's battling stigma and insecurity.
And a cultural community fair brought thousands to a neighborhood right off campus. How they celebrated when News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Two SU sophomores appeared in court today after last week's anti-Semitic hate crime incident against the Zeta Beta Tau fraternity. Welcome to News Live at 6 on this Monday. I'm Kaitlin Campbell.
And I'm Riley Faye. Earlier this morning at Syracuse City Court, Samuel Patton's preliminary examination was waived, now moving to the grand jury. The second student involved in the incident, Kyle Anderson, had his case moved to the Onondaga County Court.
Patton and Anderson are both charged with burglary of the second degree for hate crime and second-degree charges of criminal nuisance. Last Tuesday night, Patton allegedly broke into the Zeta Beta Tau, a historically known Jewish fraternity. He then threw a bag of pork at the wall during a Rosh Hashanah meal. Anderson allegedly drove the car to and from the fraternity.
Syracuse City Police Department, in collaboration with Department of Public Safety, say they were able to identify the two using license plate technology. We will provide more updates on the two court cases as it comes.
A new study reveals the possible advantages and disadvantages of incorporating generative AI into art therapy practices. Our Kate Tannenbaum is in studio to talk about what therapists here at Syracuse have to say about it. Kate?
Thanks, Caitlin. Emily Goldstein-Nolan from the Creative Arts Therapy Department here at Syracuse says that she prefers to have her clients make their work using their own imaginations, though the topic of generative AI within this field is highly controversial. The new study that was released from the Chung-Yuan Christian University in Taiwan described how some patients felt that the use of AI helped increase their creativity and confidence. However, it also raised concerns about the potential for clients to rely excessively on AI for comfort, validation, or companionship. Nolan believes that the manual nature of art therapy is part of the reason why it's so successful.
For me, I think that it's really important for my clients to get hands-on and to use their hands and their whole body when they're making art, rather than just kind of their brain.
Nolan says that art therapists are trained to notice how clients are using the tools that they're given in sessions to indicate feelings they can't yet put into words. She also believes that the idea of incorporating AI into art therapy may indicate the need for instant gratification in our society today.
Our culture teaches us that we need things, and we need things really, really fast. And also too, it privileges a lot of non-creative ways of being, and I think that creative intelligence is one of the most important things that we can have in terms of innovating our society and attending to needs and gaps in our society.
So while AI can be used as a prompt for creating images, there may still be some benefits to putting pen to paper. Reporting live in studio, I'm Kate Tannenbaum.
Thanks, Kate. La Lucha is hosting Cafe con Leche, Sips Across Latin America. Students will have the chance to taste different kinds of Latin American coffees and experience the history of Latin taste. It's part of SU's Latina Heritage Month celebration. The free event starts at 7 in Sims Hall and is open to all students.
The annual Westcott Community Cultural Fair brings together thousands of people from surrounding areas. Our reporter Brody Miller tells us more about the event.
That's what this neighborhood's all about, community.
It starts with a parade that leads you to a full cultural showcase. The Westcott Community Festival highlights the uniqueness of the neighborhood through various songs, activities, and conversations with neighbors both near and far.
It's just something to get excited about and to pull people together and to bring people in from out of town. I'm from out of town, and it's my first time in Syracuse, I think. So, and we really need positive things that bring people together at a time like this.
While vendors and shopping are part of the event here at the Westcott Community Fair, bringing people together
together, fostering a sense of community, and just being there for your neighbors. This is what this event is truly.
Community is vital. We all do not live in a vacuum, and if we can't learn to network and help each other out, then our communities don't thrive. So that's why community is important. We got to work together.
In order to showcase the uniqueness of the community correctly, preparation for the event starts early.
We really start pretty much in the new year, so around January, so we'll start getting ready. But by mid-June, we made our decision.
Organizers say that the event is made for everybody, and that understanding the importance of diversity in community has no age. For Citrus TV News, I'm Brody Miller.
Thanks, Brody. In the rural areas of central New York, food access is an increasing problem.
Citrus TV's Jackson Breslin spoke with the food bank of CNY about a new program that makes getting food in those areas a little easier.
It's a busy day inside the food bank of central New York. Away from the hustle and bustle of the warehouse, Director of Community Impact Michael Watrous is working on something big.
It's really important. First, it's kind of exciting and innovative in a sense that, we're trying something new. That certainly makes the day go by a little bit faster when we're trying to figure out how to make things work.
What he's talking about is the Food Bank's Pantry Pal program, a new way for people to get fresh produce and food.
A number of our neighbors work full-time jobs, but they're still struggling to make ends meet. So this really helps those folks who might have a traditional 9-to-5 job. They might work 7 to 3. They might have a differential shift. This allows them to really have that access that other folks have during the week.
Located about an hour outside the city of Syracuse, these Pantry Pal kiosks help combat food insecurity in the more rural areas of central New York.
Two of the communities that we currently have the Pantry Pal kiosks in are very isolated. There's no grocery stores. There's certainly no grocery stores nearby that really sell fresh produce or nutritious foods.
It's not just the location of the kiosks, but the way they're designed that makes getting food more accessible.
It overcomes a lot of barriers. The stigma barrier, because it's self-directed pickup basically.
Breaking those barriers, innovating the way food banks operate. In Syracuse, Jackson Breslin, Citrus TV News.
Thanks, Jackson. Well, that looks like a beautiful day when you filmed that package, which today was also, I can't believe this week will be October and it's still gorgeous out.
I know, it was Parents' Weekend and my mom was like, it's so hot outside. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's October this week. I can't believe that it's kind of still so hot out today.
I know, I was wearing shorts today. I hope this continues, but Grace, how's the weather looking out there right now?
Hi, Kaitlin and Riley. It's absolutely beautiful out here on the Citrus TV weather deck. We're right around 77 degrees, but as you can see behind me, people are just taking a walk. It's super nice, not too hot, not too cold, not too humid. Really a beautiful autumn night. Still a little bit hot for this time of year, but really beautiful. And looking into tonight, you're going to be at around 65 degrees with around 75% humidity, so a little bit higher, but still a beautiful night here in central New York. I'll have more on your 5-day forecast later on in the show.
Thanks, Grace. Looks gorgeous. Syracuse City Hall was evacuated earlier today due to a suspicious device strapped to a tree across on East Water Street. Following an investigation, it was determined it was a listening device placed by a local contractor to monitor noise from I-81. The device has been there since last Thursday and it remains up following the investigation. City Hall will reopen tomorrow as normally scheduled.
Today is the first day of the Week Without Driving experience. The week is meant to reflect on the challenges of those unable to drive and explore alternatives to driving. Syracuse City Auditor Alexander Marion and local transit officials kicked off the week in a press conference this morning at the Central Bus Hub, where all participants arrive by bus. As part of the week, the Moving People Transportation Coalition will host a town hall on street safety at the Westcott Community Center.
Following 2 court victories, Onondaga County is using eminent domain to seize control of the former Macy's lot at the Shoppingtown Mall. The County Industrial Development Agency filed an action in state Supreme Court today on Thursday, just a week after the State Court of Appeals refused to hear a preliminary action from February of 2024. Appellate courts previously ruled against the owners of the Macy's store as well as the former Sears store, both saying the agency was overstepping by using eminent domain to take control of the properties.
Kathy Hochul is awarding more than $5 million to Central New York farmers in an effort to support agricultural water conservation projects. This is a part of a total of $25 million awarded to farmers across the state. Some of the money awarded to Central New York includes funding for the Onondaga County Soil and Water Conservation District. It plans to work with different forms of farms in the area for a number of conservation projects. Coming up, President Trump hosted Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House, what their discussion means for the future of war.
Plus, President Trump met with members of Congress as a government shutdown looms, what the pause could mean for thousands of federal workers and programs when your campus news leader returns.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were on my team.
You're watching CitrusTV News Live at 6 with Kaitlin Campbell, Riley Fay, and Grace Elford. And now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu say they've agreed to a plan that would end the war in Gaza, though Hamas has yet to accept the terms. In a press conference this afternoon, Trump said Israel would have the, quote, full backing of the U.S. to take steps to defeat Hamas if it does not accept the deal.
The deal calls for an immediate end to all hostilities and for Hamas to release all hostages it still holds. In return, Israel would withdraw its troops from the Gaza Strip. Hamas officials say they have been briefed on the plan but will not respond until they see a finalized proposal.
Democrat and Republican congressional leaders are working to avoid a government shutdown, meeting with President Trump earlier today. If government funding isn't passed by Congress and signed by Trump tomorrow night, the government will shut down for the first time since 2019.
That shutdown lasted 35 days, the longest ever, and cost the economy about $3 billion. Neither Democrats nor Republicans have shown much interest in budging from their demands.
This morning, the president announced a 100% tariff on foreign-produced movies. Trump originally mentioned the idea of a tariff in May, saying other countries offer tax incentives, drawing filmmakers elsewhere. Now, in a Truth Social post this morning, the president said California specifically has, quote, been particularly hit.
This comes as the Trump administration announced multiple new tariffs over the last week, including a 100% tariff on branded drugs. There has been no announcement on how or when the tariff will be enacted.
And the latest, all people are now accounted for after a mass shooting at a Mormon church in Michigan this weekend. 4 people are dead and 8 others were wounded in yesterday's shooting and subsequent fire at the church.
Authorities identified the shooter as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, a former Marine. The FBI is considering the attack as a, quote, act of targeted violence.
When we come back, I'll have your 5-day weather forecast.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. The theme for this week is going to be a beautiful week. We have Tuesday at 76 degrees, Wednesday at 75, Thursday at 67, Friday at 74, and Saturday at 80, all with either partly cloudy or sunny. So really going to be a beautiful week, and we'll be cooling down in the evenings, but nothing crazy, nothing really to worry about. As you can see around the region, we're going to be experiencing that same thing all around central New York. You know, these beautiful temperatures, even though we're heading into October at this point. And speaking of heading further into the fall, we are going to be looking at some of the foliage counts around the region. Now, as I've been walking around campus in the past few days, I've really noticed the leaves starting to change. So this is our foliage timeline for today. Those more red shades are going to be where the leaves have reached their peak. So we're not quite there yet here in central New York, but if we look ahead to next Monday, we're really going to be hitting those peak foliage timelines. So that's the time when you want to go out, take your Instagram photos, really be enjoying campus, especially because we are going to be still in that warm weather, but still those beautiful, beautiful leaves. And then looking ahead 2 weeks, we're really going to be hitting our peak or right past peak. So, you know, in the next week or so is really your time to get out and explore those beautiful central New York forests and see everything we have to offer here. Riley and Kaitlin, I'm going to send it back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Grace. Can't wait for that fall foliage. But for right now, students in Syracuse have a new spot to gather and study.
The opening of Zaman Coffee House brings Middle Eastern coffee and treats the greater community. Our colleague Nakuda tells us how they are serving culture 1 cup at a time.
For the first time, Zaman Coffee House brings the legacy of Arab and Turkish treats to central New York. The newly opened cafe located on Brewerton Road is a warm meeting spot for students and community members in Syracuse. Zaman Coffee House was started by 4 brothers who immigrated here from Jordan. Their mission was to bring Middle Eastern culture and cuisine to the Syracuse community by allowing them to indulge in a series of sweets, treats, and coffees. The Adeni chai is my personal favorite. Long Gone in Arabic honors a long-standing history of Middle Eastern cuisine and Arab coffee. The cafe is known for its assortments of coffees, pastries, teas, and even chocolate desserts, which routine customer Ronnie says are his personal favorite.
My favorite food is chocolate, and my favorite drink is a cappuccino.
Customers say that Zaman Coffee House is unique and unlike any other standard cafe.
This is different. You come in here and there's nice people, there's sweets. People are staying longer here than Starbucks.
While the owners were not in store today, they say that community members have taken advantage of their cultural safe haven.
and I think that we have a rich like Middle Eastern culture in the area that isn't really like there's not much spotlight on it, so I'm happy to see that happening in the area.
Reporting from Syracuse, Colleen Nakuda, Citrus TV News.
Thanks, Colleen. We'll definitely have to check it out. Electronic Arts, the maker of video games like Madden, NFL, and The Sims, is being bought for more than $52 billion. Private equity firm, including Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, will pay EA stockholders $210 per share. This would be the largest buyout ever funded by private equity firms if shareholders approve the deal.
This isn't the first time Saudi Arabia has been involved in a gaming sector deal. The Sovereign Wealth Fund already owned just less than 10% of EA, and it is also a minority investor in Nintendo.
And coming up, Syracuse football riding high after Clemson, but how did Cuse fare against Duke with Ricky Collins at quarterback? Sports is next on your Campus News Leader.
Hi, my name is Sadie Miller.
My name is Luke Brady. I go by St. Luke.
So this one I started with this guitar lick.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Kept campus busy, but all eyes were on Saturday's game against Duke. Welcome into sports. I'm Brooke Kilgore. Syracuse football, down at starting quarterback Steve Angeli, turns towards its former #1 in Ricky Collins. The LSU transfer didn't see much action down south, just 38 yards passing, but Saturday he got his first start to prove himself. Let's take you on down to the Dome. Now, Syracuse getting started coming into the Dome, riding a 4-game losing streak to the Blue Devils with Ricky Collins making his first start. He connects early with Jonte Cook for an 18-yard gain on his first pass, but the drive ends in a Caleb Weaver interception, a sign of the struggles ahead for the SU offense. On the other side, Darian Mensah quickly finds his rhythm, hitting graduate wideout Cooper Barkate for back-to-back touchdowns. If you see that little celebration there, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Barkate led all receivers with 72 yards on 4 catches as Duke piled up over 500 yards of offense. Celebrations there for Duke getting wild. Freshman Nate Shepard then stole the show. He gashes the Orange defense for a career-high 168 rushing yards, the 4th most ever by a Duke freshman, averaging an incredible 11.2 yards per carry. After an early Syracuse field goal, Duke responds with 35 unanswered points. The Blue Devils close it out in victory formation, 38-3 over the Orange. They call it cardiac Cuse in basketball, but what about #6 field hockey? SU, fresh off a top 10 win over Duke, welcome #20 Penn State to the JS Coyne Stadium. Could the Orange hang with the Nittany Lions? Well, let's take a look. Penn State opened the scoring in the 20th minute with Megan McMenamin slicing down the baseline to make it 1-0. All of SU's goals come within the last 20 minutes. Bo Von Kempen blasting home another penalty corner to even it at 2-0. Syracuse's Hattie Madden tied it up off a Von Kempen corner once again, and then with seconds left, Patty Shatrunk long pass finds Lana Hamilton at the back of the post for a dramatic game winner. Syracuse wins it 3-2, grabbing its second top 20 win of the weekend. Cuse will take a break before hosting Colgate on Friday for Senior Day. Now in today's game, where pitchers regularly touch triple digits, leading MLB in batting average is no easy task. This season, just 7 qualified hitters reached the 300 mark, matching last year for the fewest since 1968. But Yankees fans have reason to celebrate, as Aaron Judge claims his first American League batting title with a .331 average. Judge also joins elite company as the third player ever to hit 50 or more home runs in a season while winning the batting crown, alongside Jimmy Fox in 1938 and Mickey Mantle in 1956. The Yankees now turn their attention to the postseason, opening tomorrow against the Red Sox. And wrapping things up here on sports, if you paid attention to the NFL this weekend, the Giants rolled out under a new face under center. Jackson Dart took over for Russell Wilson and made his first career start against the Chargers. And what a debut it was for the former Rebel. In a matchup against what many say are Super Bowl contending Chargers, the Giants take this one 21-18. Dart drew applause from the audience, just bouncing off of Chargers left and right. The first rounder finished his opening day with 101 passing yards. Even with the 5 sacks, the Giants walk away from their first win of the season. However, the team says wideout Malik Neighbors has officially suffered a season-ending ACL tear. That's all for sports. Kaitlin and Riley, back to you.
Thanks, Brooke. When we return, one last look at your wake-up weather.
We're back in less than 2 minutes.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Tomorrow morning, it's going to be partly cloudy and just a little bit chilly at 52 degrees. Then by 9, it's going to be 58, and by 12, it's going to be 69 and have plenty of sun for the rest of the afternoon.
Well, Grace, I have to say, waking up this morning and it was like 50 degrees or so in the 50s when we woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, it's finally starting to feel like fall. So I'm kind of glad that's keeping consistent for the rest of the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the Super Bowl announced its halftime performance show, and are you ready for it?
No, it's not pop icon Taylor Swift like many theorized, but Latin superstar Bad Bunny, who will perform at Levi's Stadium in February. I was a little bit surprised to find out it was him. I like a lot of his music, but I did think maybe it'd be a Taylor year.
I thought, you know, with Taylor, she's been hinting a lot of different things with the different talk show hosts lately. I was convinced it was going to be Taylor Swift. What about you?
I mean, honestly, I'm more there for the football playing, so I wasn't too concerned with who was performing, I should say. But Bad Bunny did amazing in SNL alongside Sabrina Carpenter in that Bridesmaid skit. So whatever he's going to put out there, I'm totally fine with it.
Grace, what about you? What do you think about Bad Bunny?
I think Bad Bunny's a good choice. Definitely a crowd pleaser. I'm with you guys, though. I thought it was going to be Taylor Swift or like Tate McRae, one
one of our like big pop girls right now. But I mean, still a good halftime show, and it's gonna be great. I know it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's Citrus TV News at Live at 6 for this Monday.
Don't forget you can follow us on X and Instagram at Citrus TV News. Now for the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Riley Faye.
And I'm Kaitlin Campbell. Have a great night, Syracuse.